Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. Today I'm going to use a Tone Tan card by Strathmore. It's acid free and it comes with envelopes. Pretty cool. I am doing another little orange slice. I drew this one up last night. I thought it turned out really cute. It was just from my imagination, not looking at anything for reference. So today I have some oranges all sliced here as reference. I punched a hole in a card and ended up with these circles. So I'm just going to use a circle to give me a basic outline for my orange. I'm going to do it a little bit low. I think I'm going to have a string on it and maybe it'll say thank you or thinking of you or something. I don't know. Whatever I can come up with. Now, it's not going to end up being a perfect circle when I'm done, but I wanted to get, something on there. I am going to take a white and a little bit in from that outside edge. I'm going to put some of this white down. Now, because the paper is toned, it's going to tone down my colors. They're not going to be as intense unless I really go in and intensify the colors. But I wanted to see what this looked like on a toned paper. I think it'll be a little bit more, I think a little bit more sophisticated maybe. I'm not sure. There's a bit of this center core in here. So I'm going to go ahead and color that in. There's going to be some space around it. And it's kind of a darker orangey deep color. I'm using a terracotta now. And I think I'm going to go in and kind of put some of that shadow down deep in the center. Looking at it, I'm coloring in some of the negative spaces around that little core bit that's hanging out. Not making it perfect, not worried about it, but now I'm making some sort of V shapes to indicate those sections. All right. I'm not going to use this dark color for all of the drawing though. I'm going to move to a slightly lighter sort of orangey yellow and get the general shape of my sections using those little lobes that I created in the middle. And oranges, have a membrane that goes all the way around your actual sections. So, just make sure that you're going to have space around your oranges. Now, sometimes you get those weird little sections in an orange, especially those navel oranges, that you end up with these little slices of orange that don't look like they're coming from the center completely. I am going to take some white in just to bring it in from the edges, but right now I just want to get these sections on. My pencil is a little bit dull. I probably will be sharpening here in a minute, but just get it on there. Neat thing about this, nobody's going to be able to tell you that your orange is wrong. You can eat the evidence and then you don't have to even say, yeah, I used a reference. This is the way my orange looked. So there. Now I'm going to take that white again. I'm going to pull it in between those sections. So it's coming off the membrane on the rind, the membrane there, running around below the peel. See, doing this is very relaxing. It is aromatherapy if you bring in your orange slices to the studio. Use it as your still life. Cool thing is, this is something that is just a natural item that is not, tied to any specific holiday or anything like that, where it makes a great tag or card for any type of gift. We have a refillery type of shop in my town that they do garland making with the dried oranges. They start, in October going and drying oranges. And then they have classes where people can come in, make and take. I'm just putting some of this white in. Not all of it is going to show up, but it's just giving me a little bit of a chance to have some highlights naturally show up. And this is actually quite yellow. In the, coming off of the peel, it's quite yellow coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and bring a little bit of yellow into that edge of the rind, that white membrane. And you can color as hard or as light as you like. If you want to do layers, you color lightly. If you want to be, in and out and done really fast, you can add a little more pressure if you're not going to try and blend your colors. Oh, that's looking so pretty. Wow. I'm going to grab the actual orange color, and it's a little bit on the dark side, so I'm going to keep this sort of towards the center where everything comes together and light doesn't shine through as much. And I'll put it around the outside edge just a little bit. And by doing that, it's going to give a little bit of sense of realism to it without being, this is not hard stuff, guys. You can do this. This is one of those relaxing type of projects. So enjoy the process. So back here, where it's closer to another piece of orange or closer to the rind, that back edge. Light doesn't pass through here as much, so you can go ahead and put a little bit of a darker color in here. And you can use this exact same style of drawing, the original laying in. Do it with green and make lime. Do it with just yellow and a slight orangey tone, but yellow, and make it into lemons. Make it into grapefruit. Use your green and your yellow and work it in. So you can do all kinds of citrus with this. It's not just an orange. All of the citrus, if you took them into grayscale, the only thing that really differentiates is size. And to some extent shape. But, pretty much, I'm going to put just a few bits of this orange down inside. So it ends up looking like there's some pulp that is more dense. These are just little dash lines. Do you want more fun, easy drawing lessons like this, where we go straight in with the color and not worry about a pen or any of those types of, pencils, erasers? We're not erasing. If we do something and it's not exactly the way we want it, we're just going to figure out a way to incorporate it. And I think that really, really makes a difference in how fresh fruit, how fresh this looks. If you went in with a little bit more of the brown tones to your orange, you could end up with something that looked a lot more like it was really dried out. I'm trying to get this worked in so it doesn't look quite so... Ah, there we go. See, a little bit of that white over that dark. That makes me happier. But it still feels like it's going down in. I'm going to grab the yellow, get some lighter color going into here so it really feels fresh and lively. Put the yellow, and then I'll put a little bit more orange on there, but it'll be the yellow orange, bringing it brighter. Not a hard project. Something, if you wanted to, you could just do up a whole bunch of orange slices, like 4 or 5 different ones. Lay them out onto on your computer. Just lay them out onto one sheet and print that, and then cut them out and make garlands with them. I think I'm going to do that. I think I want an orange garland. And I like it being done on this toned paper. It gives it more of a little bit more rustic of a look. Put a little bit of that yellow into that area around. And I do want to take, that's permanent red. I don't want permanent red. That's raspberry. Don't want that either. Maybe that terracotta again. And just put a little bit of that terracotta around the edge where the light is not going as much. Oh, that's pretty. That's helping to make it lift up off of the page. And I think I am going to grab maybe a soft brown to use for my shadow. And I'm going to put a bit of a shadow here, so it looks like it's actually laying on top of the paper. Aha! Oh yeah. So this is chestnut on that toned tan paper. It's working really well as a shadow. I wouldn't bring in my indigo blue as my shadow here. Right up close, it's going to be darker, and then as it goes out, it softens and diffuses. But right up close, it's going to be darker. See, this is where my orange goes away from that perfect circle. And I like that. And if you are going to make these into garlands, I would not draw the string on. So I need to take a picture of this before I draw the string. Actually, if you're going to make them into garlands, you probably don't want to put the shadow on until after you've got your picture. So I am going to grab my other little grabbed my phone, took a picture. Now I can just get in here and get my shadow, put my string. Let's see, I think it's going to come through right here. string is going to come up. And I'm going to pretend that it is strung through the card. So to do that, I'm going to put a slit. A pretend slit. And now I can just draw in my string. So you can do this. It's not a hard project. It's actually quite fun. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow. Excuse me. I'm going to put a little bit of white. And then I'm going to use my terracotta. And I'm going to put little diagonal, kind of scooping diagonal lines on my string. Give my string a little bit of texture. Join it up on the outside edge. Okay, I want to make it dark behind there. It's going to be darker on the bottom of that side. Let's get that up there. See, we're just doodling, sketching, coloring, making it work. You know, if it doesn't feel like it's going to work to begin with, just stick with it for a little bit and see, you know, it might surprise you. All right, I'm going to grab that chestnut again. A little bit of that. And then I think I'm going to put a bit of a shadow for that string. It's coming back up to there. And then this one, the shadow is really close. Darker shadow right there. And then on the orange itself, there's going to be a little bit of a shadow. And I'm trying to think if I want to use, maybe I'll just use the darker orange. And then put a little bit of terracotta on it. There we go. Shadow, shadow, shadow. That's that orange. We're going to take that lighter orange now, finish off this orange slice with just a little bit more bright. And then I am going to take a white gel pen, any white gel pen that will stick. My favorite happens to be the Uniball Signo gel pen, to give us a little bit of those glossy spots, those little juicy bits. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is my favorite, the Uniball Signo UM153. And I am going to go ahead and I am going to put a little bit of this lighter color. You notice I'm diffusing it with my finger because I don't really want this to be shiny, but I wanted to bring back just a little bit more lightness into that. There's a little bit of some light on the top of those slits. Ah, That is so pretty. All right, so now we're going to put just a few of these little spots. And I am going to diffuse them just a little bit. I'm just touching it with my finger. I don't want to have them be quite so in your face. It's really easy to go overboard, but it's also really easy to not do enough. But I think I'm hitting the balance here. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little drawing lesson and coloring lesson. Like I said, this would be really pretty. Make up, 4 or 5 different kinds of orange slices, and then, or citrus slices. And then you can make a garland to decorate your Christmas tree, your windows, your kitchen. Oh, that is so pretty. I'm going to sign it with my white pen. There we go. I hope you enjoyed this. Remember, go out, do something creative, take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. I want to see you back here again really soon. Bye-bye.